Hello and welcome. I am Tasnim Abusalem, a clinical scientist at Imperial Brands. Today I'll be sharing key findings from two clinical studies evaluating oral nicotine pouches. Public health experts worldwide have concluded that it is the harmful chemicals in cigarette smoke generated by burning tobacco and not nicotine which is the primary cause of smoking-related diseases. Nicotine pouches eliminate the need for combustion, meaning no smoke is produced or inhaled. They don't contain tobacco either. Instead, nicotine is absorbed through the oral mucosa, which are the tissues lining the gum and the upper lip. As these products contain no tobacco and are not banned, studies show they have significantly fewer and substantially lower levels of harmful chemicals than cigarette smoke. This means they have potential as a harm reduction alternative to cigarettes. As a responsible manufacturer, Imperial Brands has developed a multi-stage and multidisciplinary scientific assessment framework, the SAF, to evaluate product safety and harm reduction potential of our next generation products compared to cigarettes. Clinical science is a key pillar of this framework and the focus of this presentation. To support this, we conducted two crossover clinical studies. The aim was to compare and assess the nicotine delivery, craving relief, and user experience of our nicotine pouches Zone X across a range of strengths and formats against traditional tobacco products such as cigarettes and snus. In Study 1, we evaluated lower strength nicotine pouches against cigarettes. In Study 2, we assessed higher strength nicotine pouches against a snus product. In both studies, subjects used each product under control conditions. We measured blood nicotine levels, tracked cravings and satisfaction, and monitored safety throughout and after the study. Across both studies, we observed that nicotine exposure increased with pouch strength, while cigarette delivered the highest and the fastest peak. Nicotine pouches provided a more gradual delivery. This slower absorption may indicate a potential lower abuse liability compared to cigarettes. The findings show that nicotine exposure increased with pouch strength, demonstrating a general dose proportionality. Interestingly, we also observed that nicotine delivery may be influenced by more than just nicotine content alone. The 14 mg slim pouch achieved a slightly higher peak plasma nicotine concentration than the 16 mg regular pouch, despite containing less nicotine. This may be due to the slim format allowing more surface contact with the gum or perhaps faster saturation by the saliva. This observation, though exploratory, raises the hypothesis that product design elements such as pouch size and format may impact nicotine release and absorption. And please note that tested Zone X nicotine pouches remained well below cigarette level nicotine uptake. Despite differences in nicotine delivery, all products were effective in reducing cravings. Consumers rated Zone X pouches as rewarding and satisfying, and overall the pouches were well tolerated and provided a positive user experience, supporting their acceptability as alternatives to smoking and snus use. To conclude, these studies provide clinical evidence that Zone X nicotine pouches could be acceptable alternatives to smoking while having potentially lower abuse liability compared to cigarettes. The overall findings support the potential of Zone X nicotine pouches to make a meaningful contribution to tobacco harm reduction. These are my conflict of interest statements, and thank you for your attention.